the day. Moving ahead, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation on Tuesday decided to ground the controversial Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft with immediate effect. The move comes after an Ethiopian Airlines plane crashed on Sunday, killing 157 people on board. These planes will be grounded till appropriate modifications and safety measures are undertaken to ensure their safe operations. Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu directed the Civil Aviation Secretary to hold an emergency meeting with all airlines to prepare a contingency plan to avoid inconvenience to passengers. The Aviation Minister said that while passenger safety is a zero-tolerance issue, efforts are already on to minimize the impact on passenger movement as their convenience is important. The ministry continues to consult closely with regulators around the world, airlines and aircraft manufacturers to ensure the passenger safety. Almost all major countries, including China, Indonesia, Ethiopia, United Kingdom, South Africa, have so far grounded the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. Well, for more on that story, Arun Sharma, correspondent tracking aviation for us, joins us this morning on the phone line. Arun, good morning. Arun, what are the modifications that are expected to take place for, at this point of time, Boeing granted for sure, but what are the modifications that are expected to take place for it to, regain confidence in the aviation sector?
Well, talking about the Boeing 737, first of all, Anil, the modification which we are looking for as of now will only be done when the report of the black box comes out. Well, look at this thing that in last 5 months, the two B737 aircrafts, two new B737 aircrafts have crashed in similar manner. That means after taking off from the airstrips, when they were in the air, so in between 8 to 10 minutes, these two aircrafts have crashed in similar manner. So after the black box is completely investigated of the Ethiopian Airlines, the Boeing will have to make certain kind of security upgradation or technical upgradation as far as the B737 is concerned. But as of now, the Boeing or the B737, the Boeing clearly says that the B737 is very much secure to fly, safe to fly, and it is already providing a kind of technical upgrade to all the B737 MAX. But yes, yesterday was a day of all the countries grounding the B737 flights or the aircrafts primarily. More than 20 countries so far have grounded the B737 aircraft, and therefore India also joining that league of grounding the B737 aircraft. Let me also just tell you that there are only two airlines in our country, that is SpiceJet and Jet Airways. They only have the B737 aircraft. So, but unfortunately, Jet Airways has already grounded the B737 aircraft because of the financial problems that the company is facing. So, on the other side, the SpiceJet, which is having 12 B737 aircrafts, have been grounded from the immediate effect. That means right from the morning they have been grounded. And of course, the modification we're talking about will only be done when something comes out from the investigative report of the black box as to what was a major cause for the crash of the Ethiopian Airlines.
Arun, give us a sense of what exactly is the problem with the B737. Is it the lack of training on that particular flight? Because, if you go through the DGCA proposal, it talks about pilots having over 1,000 hours of flying experience. So is it a lack of training on a B737 that is an issue? Because the nearest training center or stimulator that we have is Singapore for the pilots to get trained. So is that the cause of concern, or are there many other issues other than this particular issue?
Well, there are many other issues, Anil, because look at this fact, the Ethiopian Airlines, which got crashed on Sunday, the pilot who was flying that aircraft was having 8,000 hours of experience of flying B737.
True.
I mean, 8,000 hours is a lot.
Means a lot.
It says talk about the experience of the pilot. So flying experience is not the major thing. But yes, look at this way, Anil, that when B737 was launched, it was so cost efficient, fuel efficient, that within the launch, within 1 or 2 months of the launch of the B737, 4,000 aircrafts were ordered globally as far as the B737 is concerned. So it talked about the popularity of this aircraft. But yes, somewhere or the other way, there is some security problems which the B737 is facing, because two newly built aircraft, that is B737, can't crash in similar manner, be it the Lion Air, which crashed last year, and of course the Ethiopian Airlines, that also crashed in similar fashion. So that means it's not about the training, but yes, there is some problem when it comes to the security matters. And of course, after reading the data, the signals and the data which has been recorded by the black box, the investigation summit, then and then only it will be known that what exactly was the cause of a problem when this aircraft was crashed. So So if you look at globally, I mean, you look at UK, look at France, all these countries have very well experienced pilots who are flying the B-77 or other Boeing aircraft. They have close to 8,000 to 10,000 hours of flying experience. 1,000 was the minimum that was set by the Director General of Civil Aviation in our country to have 1,000 hours of flying experience. But yes, according to me, the flying experience was not the major cause of concern, cause of this reason. There has to be a security problem in the craft because the aircraft took off very smoothly from the airstrip. It crashes in the air. That means there is some problem in the aircraft only when it comes to security matters. Anil?
Well, Arun, we'll leave it there. We'll come back to you for more updates. Remember, 346 people have lost their lives in the two Boeing crashes that took place, one with the Lion Air and now with the Ethiopian